I call the Honourable Member Jami-Lee Ross. Tēnā koe.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, I'm pleased to take my second call today in the House to speak on one of the treaty settlement claim bills that we have before us, this one being the Ngati Pahauwera Treaty Claim Settlement Bill. I wish to start, as many other speakers have, in acknowledging the people here today from Ngati Pahauwera, the Kaumatua, the Kuia, the people who have fought for many years for redress of the wrongs of the past, who have been through a battle through the days of the past to seek rights to correct the wrongs of the past, and it's good to see them here today. Mr Speaker, I'm pleased that this House is considering another treaty bill, one of the 22 that has been signed. The deeds of settlements that's been signed since November 2008 by the Honourable Chris Finlayson. It's great that we are considering so many of these historic issues today, because they are important issues for many of the people in this country. Mr Speaker, as a nation, as we mature, we have to recognise that significant wrongs were committed, and we have to make sure that going forward we acknowledge those, we put in place measures to compensate for those issues, and that we acknowledge that as the Crown, it has not always done right by the people of New Zealand. Mr Speaker, reading through the deed of settlement, there are some alarming facts in there, but it's good that those facts are being acknowledged as wrongs of the past. Things like early land transactions, which led to thousands and thousands of hectares of land being lost by Ngati Pahauwera. Effects of the wars in the past, where we saw dozens and dozens of Ngati Pahauwera, men, women and children killed during attacks on Mohaka, and the lack of assistance by the Crown to help Ngati Pahauwera recover. We saw economic and social consequences of those that lack of action by the Crown, which has affected Ngati Pahauwera, and we've seen Crown who has received assistance from Ngati Pahauwera in the past not fulfilling its own obligations back to Ngati Pahauwera. Mr Speaker, one of the most significant things in any treaty settlement is the Crown apology, and it's good to see that that Crown apology exists for this treaty settlement as it has for all other treaty settlements. And it's also pleasing to see that Ngati Pahauwera has accepted that apology from the Crown, because until the two parties can, one apologise and the other accept that apology, not until then can we move forward. Mr Speaker, I know through my time in local government dealing with certain iwi in my own particular area that one of the most significant things to any Māori people is not necessarily the financial redress that comes through a treaty settlement, but it's also the recognitions of cultural wrongs of the past, and also the loss of land. And I'm pleased, Mr Speaker, to see that Ngati Pahauwera will be receiving and subsequently gifting back to the people of New Zealand a large portion of Te Heru o Tūrea conservation area. Mr Speaker, it is very generous of Ngati Pahauwera to make that gift back to the people of New Zealand, and I say thank you to them for that. Mr Speaker, on the website of Ngati Pahauwera, they make a very significant comment, or it's a saying, I'd suggest. It goes like this: as old Father Thames is to the Londoner, as the Ganges is sacred to the Indian, as the Jordan is spiritual to the Palestines, so is the Mohaka, all these things to Ngati Pahauwera. And so, Mr Speaker, the fact that this bill addresses provisions for Ngati Pahauwera in relation to Mohaka is also a very good thing. And Mr Speaker, I hope that going forward that the issues that have been addressed in this treaty settlement, I hope that the provisions that the Crown is making towards Ngati Pahauwera help Ngati Pahauwera succeed for many years to come in the future, and I wish them the best of luck.
Speaker.
Call Brendan Horan.
Mr. Speaker.